Hello and good night. Welcome to another bedtime story. This story is meant to help you sleep or to relax your mind. Try and find a comfortable place, such as your bed or a soft chair. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes now. Try and let go of the day as we begin our tale. Tonight's story is Fatou and the Magic Baobab Tree. In the heart of Gambia, where the great river Gambia winds through seemingly endless mangroves and lush forests, lies the village of Jufure. It is a place of laughter and hard work, where children chase each other under the shade of mango trees. Women pound millet in large wooden mortars, and men set off in canoes to fish. But this year, something is wrong. The rains have been scarce, and the harvest is poor. The villagers worry about having enough food to last through the dry season. This is where our story begins. One evening, Fatou, a curious and kind-hearted girl, sits by her grandmother's side, listening to stories as the stars twinkle above. The villagers have gathered around the fire, the smell of roasting groundnuts filling the air. Long ago, grandmother begins, deep in the forest, there was a mighty baobab tree. This was no ordinary tree. It was said to have the power to grant a single wish to those with a pure heart and a brave spirit. Fatou's eyes widen. Grandmother, do you think the tree is real? Her grandmother smiles and stirs the fire with a stick. Some say it's just a tale, but others believe that only those who truly believe will ever find it. That night, as Fatou lies on her mat, she stares at the thatched roof above her, her heart racing with excitement. If the tree is real, she must find it. She will wish for good harvests, so her village never goes hungry again. She closes her eyes, determined, for tomorrow her adventure will begin. Before the sun has fully risen, Fatou wakes and prepares for her journey. She packs a small bundle of food, some mango slices, ground nuts, and a bottle of water. Just as she steps outside, her best friend, Malik the monkey, swings down from a tree, his bright eyes full of curiosity. Where are you going, Fatou? Malik chatters, tilting his head. I'm going to find the baobab tree that grants wishes, she says. I want to help my village. Malik claps his tiny hands. That sounds like an adventure. I'm coming too. And together they set off towards the dense forest. It is a hot day, and the path is lined with tall trees, providing only little shade. The air is filled with the songs of birds. As they walk deeper, the forest grows thicker, the trees towering like silent giants. After a while, they hear a soft sigh and stop. In the middle of the path, a large tortoise sits, looking tired and confused. His shell is cracked in places, and his wrinkled face is full of worry. Hello, Mr. Tortoise, Fatou says kindly. Do you need help? The tortoise blinks slowly. Ah, my dear, I have lost my way home. My legs are too slow, and I am too old to remember the paths of the forest. Fatou and Malik exchange a glance, and without hesitation, they decide to help. Malik swings ahead through the trees, looking for a familiar pond he had seen before. Meanwhile, Fatou gently carries the tortoise on her back, though he is heavy and slow. They walk for a long time, but Fatou does not complain. Finally, Malik calls from the branches above, "This way!" They reach a small, clear pond where a family of tortoises waits anxiously. The old tortoise sighs in relief. "You have helped an old traveler find his way home," he says. "As a gift, I will share a secret. When night falls, follow the fireflies, for they know the way to the baobab tree." Fatou thanks him, and she and Malik continue their journey, hope blooming in their hearts. As the sun begins to set, Fatou and Malik reach a clearing where strange shadows dance between the trees. Suddenly, a rustling sound makes them stop. From behind a bush steps a sleek, cunning hyena with sharp eyes and a sly grin. "Well, well," says the hyena, licking her lips. "What brings a little girl and a monkey into my forest?" Fatou stands tall. "We are looking for the baobab tree that grants wishes," she says. The hyena's grin widens. "Ah, what luck! I know where it is," she lies. "But such information is not free. If you give me some of your food, I'll show you the way." Fatou hesitates. Her stomach growls, but she does not want to be unkind. She hands the hyena a handful of groundnuts, and the hyena munches happily, then flicks her tail and says, "Follow me." For what feels like hours, they follow her through the forest, twisting and turning, until Fatou notices something strange. No fireflies. She remembers the tortoise's advice and stops walking. "Wait," Fatou says, narrowing her eyes. "You're leading us in circles." The hyena cackles. "Too clever for your own good, little girl." And, with a flick of her tail, she vanishes into the darkness. Fatou looks up and gasps. Tiny glowing fireflies dance in the air. "The fireflies!" she exclaims. "Let's follow them, Malik." Hand in hand, they follow the twinkling lights deeper into the forest. As Fatou and Malik follow the fireflies, they reach the banks of a wide river. The water is dark and still, and a wooden bridge stretches across to the other side. But as Fatou steps forward, she hears a deep voice. "Be careful, little one," it growls. A massive crocodile rises from the water, its golden eyes watching her closely. "This bridge is old and weak," says the crocodile. "If you step on it, you may fall into the river, where many of my brothers and sisters wait beneath the surface." Fatou gulps. "Then how can we cross?" The crocodile smirks. "Answer my riddle, and I will carry you across." Fatou nods bravely. I will try. The crocodile speaks. I have no tongue, but I speak. I have no wings, but I can fly. I can be strong or gentle, and without me, you cannot live. What am I? Fatou thinks hard. Then she feels a breeze tickling her face, and suddenly she smiles. The wind! She exclaims. The crocodile lets out a deep chuckle. You are wise, little one. Climb onto my back. Carefully, Fatou and Malik climb onto the crocodile, and he swims across the river. On the other side, the fireflies continue to glow, guiding them forward. Thank you, Mr. Crocodile, Fatou calls. Good luck, little traveler, the crocodile replies, before slipping beneath the water. After crossing the river, Fatou and Malik continued their journey through the forest. The trees thinned, revealing a wide, grassy marshland. The fireflies led them towards a shallow lagoon where the water shimmered under the moonlight. As Fatou stepped closer, the ground trembled and a huge shape rose from the water. A massive hippo with dark gray skin and kind but tired eyes yawned and stretched before noticing them. Oh dear, travelers at this hour? The hippo muttered sleepily. What brings you to my waters? Fatou clasped her hands together. We are searching for the Baobab tree of wishes, Madam Hippo. It is said to be deep in the forest. The hippo's ears twitched. Ah, the great tree. You are on the right path. But before you go, I need help with something. Malik scratched his head. What could a big, strong hippo possibly need help with? The hippo sighed. My little brother Booba has wandered off and I cannot find him. He's too young to be alone in the marsh, especially at night when dangers lurk. Fatou and Malik exchanged glances. They knew they couldn't ignore someone in need. We'll help you find him, Fatou declared. The hippo smiled. Thank you, little ones. But be careful. There are tricky creatures in the marsh. Fatou and Malik waded carefully through the shallow waters, their feet sinking slightly into the mud. The night was alive with the sound of croaking frogs and chirping crickets. Suddenly, Malik's sharp eyes caught something moving near a cluster of reeds. Look, he pointed. A small hippo calf was stuck in the thick patch of vines, struggling to free himself. His tiny eyes were wide with fear. Booba, Fatou called gently. Don't be afraid. We'll help you. The little hippo wiggled, but the vines only tightened. Fatou and Malik quickly got to work. Malik used his small hands to untangle the vines, while Fatou pulled at the tougher ones. Booba let out a little whimper, but soon he was free. He stumbled forwards and nuzzled Fatou's shoulder in gratitude. Thank you, he squeaked. They guided Booba back to the lagoon, where the large hippo was waiting anxiously. Upon seeing her little brother, she let out a relieved sigh. You have done a great thing tonight, the hippo said warmly. Because of your kindness, I will tell you something very important. When you reach the great baobab tree, you must listen carefully. The tree will not simply grant wishes, it will test your heart. Fatou nodded, feeling the weight of those words. Thank you for your wisdom, Madam Hippo. And with that, she and Malik waved goodbye and continued on their journey, knowing they were getting closer to their final challenge. At dawn, Fatou and Malik stepped into a quiet grove where a massive baobab tree stands tall, its roots like great arms embracing the earth. The air is thick with magic, and the tree hums with an ancient power. The leaves shimmer as though whispering secrets to the wind, and the scent of blooming flowers drifts through the grove. A gentle mist coils around the roots, making the entire place feel like a dream. Then, a deep, gentle voice rumbles from the tree. Who comes before me? Fatou straightens her shoulders, though her heart pounds with anticipation. It's me, Fatou, she says bravely. I have traveled far to find you. The baobab's leaves rustle like 1,000 voices murmuring. Many seek my magic, but not all are worthy. What is your wish? Fatou does not hesitate. I wish for good harvest, so my village never goes hungry again. The baobab is silent for a moment, as if weighing her words. Then it asks, why not wish for gold or for great power? I can grant you anything, you know. But Fatou shakes her head firmly. Gold will not fill empty stomachs, and power means nothing if my people suffer. I just want to help my village. A warm breeze sweeps through the grove, rustling the leaves and carrying the scent of earth and rain. Fireflies emerge from the tree's hollow, glowing softly like tiny stars, swirling around Fatou in a dazzling dance. The ground trembles slightly, and a deep hum resonates through the air. You have a kind heart, the tree says, its voice filled with warmth and wisdom. Because of your selflessness, I grant you this gift. A small seed, glowing like the sun, falls from the branches and lands gently in Fatou's hands. It radiates warmth, pulsing with an energy unlike anything she has ever felt before. Plant this in your village, and it will bring you abundance. But remember, true prosperity comes not just from magic, but from care, hard work, and unity. Tears of gratitude fill Fatou's eyes as she clutches the seed to her chest. Thank you, great tree. Malik claps his tiny hands in excitement. We did it, Fatou! With renewed determination, they turn and make their way home, the golden seed glowing softly in Fatou's hands. They do not feel the ache in their feet or the weariness in their bones, only the joy of hope and the promise of a new beginning. Back in Jufure, the villagers gather around as Fatou tells them her story. With great care, she plants the seed in the center of the village. Days pass, and then something incredible happens. A mighty baobab tree grows overnight. Its branches stretch wide, its trunk strong and thick, and it bears fruit that never runs out. Its leaves even heal the sick, and its roots bring fresh water from deep underground. The villagers celebrate, dancing and singing Fatou's name. Her grandmother hugs her tightly. "You have done something truly special, my child," she says. "You showed wisdom beyond your years." From that day on, the baobab tree stands as a symbol of kindness, courage, and the power of a pure heart. And whenever children sit beneath its shade, the elders tell the story of the brave girl who made a wish, not for herself, but for everyone. The end. Thank you for listening to this bedtime story. I hope you enjoyed the tale tonight. If you did, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more audiobooks and tales to come. Until next time.